What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Happy day today, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. And yesterday, we're gonna see, we saw Bitcoin make some big moves. Okay, we're gonna take a look at the chart to see the moves and see what could happen now. It seems like it was just a bear trap these last few days. The drop that Bitcoin made. We're gonna analyze all that. We're gonna talk about the Fed and the increasing probabilities that they will be cutting rates in September, and we'll take a look at BTC dominance. All right, it should be a relatively quick video, and so without further ado, let's do this. So people, I'm sure we're very happy now. 4 days, really 3 days, once we lost this line 58,164. Really 4 days and right back up. But that is very bullish, because the last time we lost this line, we spent around 9 days, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, around nine-ish days underneath it. Okay, this time just 4, and boom. I was watching this chart last night when it was starting to move up. Broke through 58,000, and then I'm like, oh wow, okay, cool. And then it started going up to here, broke through the 61,300. I'm like, oh wow, broke through these two areas of resistance. And we topped out though. We topped out at 62,700, and now we have a little pullback. We're just underneath this line. It would be nice to get back into this channel that we've been in since February 28th. We've lost it a few times. We lost it a few times, but we've always come back in. As you know, I feel that we are really close to the parabolic part of the bull run. It could be this month. It could be in September. It could be in the end of September. And I definitely think it will start in earnest very strongly the last 3 months of the year, where Bitcoin could get to 80 to 100,000. So to see this kind of gives me hope. Although the bearish case would be like the lower highs, right? And the lower lows. Some people would be thinking this is topped out, but I just don't think so, just based on what I see. All right, just based on all of the money coming in through institutions, through ETFs, through all that, the Bitcoin is continuously gonna grow, and altcoins will come along for the ride, guys. Okay, so right now, when this drop is fine, it's just, I would assume, maybe just retesting this area. I think the fight will be around this area between 61,300 and 58,000 at some point, maybe, just maybe, because it did pump up really fast. At some point, to liquidate shorts or whatever, we drop back down a little bit to test to see if this area is now an area of support, and if we are clearly here or not. Possible, right? And plus today is Friday, so I don't know. Although the weekends have proven to be somewhat active recently. Okay, not always, right? But recently they have proven to be somewhat active. We do see moves on the weekends recently, and so we'll see. Maybe we drop back down here to 58,000, test it, and then move back up, or maybe we don't test it. And then we kind of hang out around here Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday we start moving back up. We'll see. It's the 9th. Okay, so I would assume this is kind of like the last month. This in September would be like the last months where we're kind of just going kind of sideways before things start really moving up. I wouldn't be surprised if things start moving up now, although we are ahead of schedule. So I think, maybe some more time to kill does make sense to me in my head. All right, so we'll see. We'll play it day by day, okay, because it's really hard to predict these things. It's basically almost impossible unless we scale out and we have, we do things on like the weekly and the monthly. We could have a better idea of where things are going, right? Because if you look at it like this on the weekly, patterns do emerge, and patterns can be on the weekly and monthly timeframes. The bigger timeframes, patterns are more reliable. The lower you go down to less than a day and everything, the patterns are less reliable, more random, how I see it. Right? So it'd be nice. This is the weekly chart. Okay, it'd be nice to hold this body above this line. It would be really cool. Look at that long wick, though. Look at that big long wick. Trying, right? People, the bears were trying to bring it down, but they did. But there's a lot of buying too. There's a lot of buying, a lot of interest. I don't know that we lose this zone, guys. This whole zone right here between 69,170 and 58. Okay, I would ideally like to see it back into, like I mentioned, into this 61,000. Right around 61,500, right? The zone that we've been in, to 69,000 300, more or less right here, right? This channel that we've been in for a while. If we keep coming back in here, eventually we will break through, guys. All right, let's take a look at the monthly. The weekly, I think, looks pretty good as long as we hold right here, as long as we hold above 58,000. Let's take a look at the monthly really quick. Interesting too on the monthly. All right, as you can see, it's kind of just sideways, something like this, right? Sideways. And then you can see the wicks, the last couple of months, right? July and August, long wicks, but they've been eaten up, and the bodies have stayed in this area. So I think that's good. I think we're good, guys. For those that are still accumulating, it's a good time. Whenever you see red, that's when I would be buying. Okay, and there's still a lot of good projects out there. Get your buys in, because eventually this market is going to take off, and if you're not in it, you won't know exactly when it's going to take off. It's tough to time it. All right, so it might as well just be in and kind of just ride it out. Okay, take a look at BTC dominance, doing some nice things. 57%. I put this line here a long time ago. I haven't really touched this chart in a while. The last line I put in was this, when it was making this when I noticed that it was doing this, right, getting stopped right here. And now I think maybe we do get up here. Okay, we do get up, or damn near close, right? The higher we get, the better, because eventually it'll turn around and come back down, and that's when the alt season happens. Let's take a look at others. We got rejected right here on the 200 million. This area, this line right here, 200 million. It's at 192, so get your buys in. I would look at Rio. Rio's looking pretty good. Trias as well, I would look at that. And then everything else. Meme coin, I would definitely look at Miggles. Look at this, interesting. Although it could probably come back down and maybe just start going sideways for a little while. But I just do like these numbers: 26.9 million market cap and 1.2 million in volume. It's on base. I think meme coins are not done pumping hard. Eventually they will, and they could probably, this could probably get into the $1 billion in market cap, billions. All right, at 26 million market cap. Throw a little capital in there if I had any. All right, I think that's it, guys. Oh no, one more thing. Where is it? Right here. Okay, Federal Reserve officials, including Boston Fed President Susan Collins, have indicated that if economic data continues to align with expectations, the central bank may soon begin easing monetary policy. The timing and pace of any rate cuts would be data dependent. Market expectations vary, with some anticipating significant rate cuts by the end of the year, while others expect a more moderate approach. Economists and investors are closely watching the Federal Reserve's decisions as they navigate economic conditions and inflation trends. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on really quickly with the other markets. So let me see what's going on with the dollar really fast. Okay, things are looking all right there. Dow Jones, what's it doing? Okay, couple of green days. Okay, couple of green days for the S&P, the Nasdaq, and the Dow Jones, guys. Things aren't looking bad, honestly. Things are seeming to be like they are aligning. Things are seeming to be just going the course. Oh, and speaking of that, this is actually something that would kind of verify my inference of that. I got this Bitcoin market cycle bottom ROI from last market cycle. Okay, so basically these are different market cycles. The one that we're at is the purple one. Okay, the purple one right here. And if you notice, it's right here where the other previous cycles were. Two previous cycles were pretty much in the same place where the other previous cycles were. And then what happened after that? For example, this green one, which is the last cycle, did this and then dropped down. So, and then the double top before we just went off a cliff. Previous to that, what this one was, look how high this one went up. But obviously, well, what you can see here is diminishing returns, right? But I believe, and I mentioned this to you guys, that this current cycle that we're at, we're going to break the trend. I don't think we're going to get higher than this yellow line, but I think we will get higher than this green line. We're going to break the trend of diminishing returns, in my opinion. So I could definitely see something like this in between, not above this green one and below this yellow one. All right, peeking out somewhere, you know, who knows, right around here or something like that. But that'll be really good, guys. That'll be really good. That means those of us that are in the market, invested in good projects, gonna make a killing. So make sure you sell. So basically where we at right now is in line with previous cycles. Okay, not too much deviation. We are actually above like if you can zoom in, you can't really zoom in, but there's a line up, and we're actually above where the 2 previous cycles were right now. So, you know, we are actually technically still ahead of schedule, guys. Take all that information for what it's worth. You know, don't let them scare you out of your bags. And if you're accumulating, I would be accumulating. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity. Just DCA in, man, because it's really hard to catch a bottom. Okay. All right, cool, guys. Enjoy your weekend. If you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. I'm trying to grow this channel, and all that stuff helps. With all that said, I will see you guys Monday. Have a good one. Peace.